Hey guys, welcome back to another war video, and today we have war number 4 against Next, and we have CGR coming into war. Probably the only time he'll be in war this season, but I was assigned him for 2 fights. In hindsight, I probably should have used him for a 3rd fight, but I wanted to use Stealthy for that fight. And there's also one fight specifically that's going to go real bad this war. So watch out for that. It's going to be a fun one that I'm going to have to... I'm not going to die, but I've spoiled that earlier. In like War 2 commentary, I said I don't die before the halfway point of the season, other than in the first war. So, you know I don't die for the next couple wars, but I come real close in this war. So, I forget what path I'm on. Looks like path 8 based on that crit buff, but we have CGR versus Killmonger. Put on some cosmic boost. Yeah, this fight is nothing. We get up to 12 armor breaks. I just threw the SP2. I don't understand why they would place a 7-star rank 2 low sig over a 6-star rank 5 Killmonger. It's not smart. It's the wrong choice to make, but it's the choice they made. And here we have this Scorpion, and I'm going to be a real dummy and forget to use my slow pre-fight. Don't know why, I just forgot, and I believe I actually am going to get evaded in this fight, so it actually did matter. But yeah, I just straight up forgot, and I end up fighting Scorpion in War 5? 6? One of those two, and that time I don't forget. But this time I did forget. So yeah, after I throw my SP1, he is such a low health pool. He's already down to 3%. But yeah, there he throws the SP1. I mistimed Dex. He does die right after, but it wasted about 3 seconds, and I lost my SP1. I lost 9% health. So yeah, that was path 8, and now we're going over to path 1 for section 2, and I have 1 CGR fight and 1 stealthy fight. And yeah, I didn't really have a need for a 3rd champion because 3 champions are going to take all 6 of my fights in this war. So I was just assigned Scorpion as a 3rd, which I don't even end up using the synergy. So the synergy allows you to pause your debuffs by dashing back. I don't even do that. So it didn't do anything. This is a 7-star rank 2 Guillotine 2099. We're taking this with CGR. The only way this fight can go badly is if she had thrown that SP1 right off the start of the fight. She didn't. If she had, I just would have blocked it, done a couple extra combos, maybe an extra heavy attack, and then thrown my SP2. It really wouldn't have been a huge deal, but it just would have slowed me down by probably about 10 seconds. But SP3 into SP2 kills. And for this war, I was actually able to take all my fights on max boosts because I took them all at once. I'm going to take all 6 fights at the same time. And this Sigil Witch is just such a nice, fast fight. All my fights here on out are with Stealthy. I have 3 more. So yeah, 4 stealthy fight. 4 fight war with Stealthy. It's probably a better way to put it. This is Buffet. And in no way does Stealthy counter Buffet, but I don't care. I'm just gonna nuke. And yeah, here I didn't really see any point in putting on a pre-fight. The only one that maybe could have done anything is Enervate, so I just didn't bother. But yeah, we're gonna use the regular nuke fight, or the nuke strategy. And just a bunch of light attacks, and then medium, light, medium into SP1, which is the normal way that I ramp up Stealthy. And here we're just going to try to stop her from baiting, or from throwing special here. I did. Actually, I was going to say I could have just comboed that in and killed her. But that was a 20-second fight in war with Stealthy. It's just absurd what he can do. And now we are going over to the scariest fight of the war. However, not the fight that goes the worst, because I'm actually going to play this fight really well. And then the next one's the one that's going to go badly. But this is Photon. rank 5 Photon, and I couldn't remember what section I was going to after, whether it was the left or the middle, and that's why I'm checking here. And I remember it's the left I have to go to. So, and I was also counting out how many energy I need to get there. So that's why I'm using 2 here, just so I don't have to use another one in the middle of moving. And this is a rank 5 Photon. Do I show the node? I don't know. Yes. Okay, prowess build up unblockable. Power snack. Power snack is the only hard part about this fight, but I remember that if I want to just not care about power snack, then what I need to do is throw in an invuln boost, and that's going to completely counter it. And I am actually going to eat an SP3 on purpose in this fight. I mean, if she had not thrown it, that would have been great, but like I had prepared for the situation where she didn't throw it, because I was sort of counting on her going to SP3 in this fight. Because her SP3 does nothing, but her SP1 and SP2 definitely don't do nothing. But yeah, we're going to just go with the light attacks here, get our slow up. We're going to refresh it to get our fury. Dash back here, parry, hit her with that medium, light, medium combo into SP1. Although there it looked like I did medium, light, light, which is odd. But I guess I did. And then here I'm just trying to get her to not throw a special. So I'm just baiting out heavy attacks. And because I'm dashing back, I'm actually pausing my slow. And then there I reapply my slow right as I push her to SP3. Or rather I end my combo so she throws off for SP3. And the only damage I've taken so far is from block, which obviously is something that's going to happen against Photon, so I wasn't really upset about that. Here I had a chance to throw my SP2 because I had a situation where I did not have a power sting. Now I can't throw it anymore, but she's dead, so there you go. That fight went perfectly. That is exactly how you want that fight to go. Alternatively, there is another way you can play that fight where you use the Enervate pre-fight. And I do end up doing that in war number 6 when I take Photon on the boss island. Or sorry, on the boss node. But not there. So this is the fight that goes bad. And I'm just going to warn you, I take a few hits in this fight. So yeah. We're going to put on the slow, I think. No, we're not. I mean, I don't think he's a global defender, so that makes sense, but yeah. The node here only matters if you gain buffs. So if I'm not gaining buff, the nodes do nothing here. And there, you can already see, let me pause, look at the situation with our health here. He's at 100% and I was at 40. What happened was I got hit and my evade triggered and I wasn't ready for it, so I went to counter him out of just like pure panic mode and I got parried, comboed. And then because I wasn't anticipating him throwing the SP1 and the SP1 was unblockable and he was so close to me, I didn't dash back in time and I ate the SP1. So just a long sequence of things going badly. Throw my SP1, doesn't get me my passive because I did not have my evade up at the time. Here I throw my SP1, does get me my passive, my precision. But now I need to bait SP1s. I do end up pushing to SP2 at least once or twice in this fight, but I want to keep up my fragility debuff so that I continue to... Why am I doing just light combos? That is so weird. I don't know. But anyways, so I continue to do more damage because it does actually increase my critical damage. But here the fight's almost over. I'm going to bait an SP2. His regen starts and he is regenning like crazy, but we're just going to out damage it and I'm going to ignore the regen. The fight goes down, but wow, that was a terrible fight. And we won the war. It was very close. We ended up winning with a score of 6-7, and we actually had a slower clear time than them, fight time than them, which means that if we had died one more time or they had died one less time, they would have actually won on a tiebreaker. So very clutch performance by us to pull out the win, and we are now 3-1 on the season. My death total sits at 1 for the season, and my PSR is 27 out of 28 fights soloed, or 96.4%. And my deathless streak is up to 21 fights. So yeah, that's all for this one. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I will see you all later. Bye.